I'm Kayla, and welcome to the Pattie Morning Show. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Pattie Panthers. You may now be seated. Here's today's encore schedule. I hope you have a great day. Now let's go to Mr. Luciati and see what he has for us today.
All right, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, coming off a weekend. We are so happy to have you guys back. We're looking forward to getting at it with a full week of school. We're ready for you guys. I have a special guest here with me. We all know Miss Abbott, our awesome art teacher. She'll be joining us in a few minutes to catch us up on her March Madness competition going on. But first, boys and girls, I want to bring up what this month signifies. And I mentioned this on the sports show on Friday. This month is the month of the military child. And just to keep it short, we are recognizing and honoring our military connected families because they go through so much of so many sacrifices that make, their lives really challenging. And so for a lot of different reasons, we want to acknowledge them and celebrate them. And so this week in particular, on Wednesday, it is Purple Up Day. Okay, so now Wednesday is usually Element Day, and we're still wearing our Element t-shirts. But this year, we are giving all students in the entire school purple beads to wear that day. And then staff and military children are going to be wearing purple socks. And it's just the least that we could do to recognize and highlight those families, that sacrifice so much for our protection and our freedom. And then Thursday, we want you to wear red, white, and blue. We want to show our patriotism and our love and pride in our country. So don't forget to wear red, white, and blue. Miss Abbott was ready for that. It was good, Miss Abbott. You weren't even prepared for that. Nicely done. I also want to take a second to recognize all of you guys out there who are leveling up to gold. I'm wearing my gold jacket for a reason, sporting my dog tags for a reason. And boys and girls, we're getting to that point now where a lot of you are starting to hit gold. That's awesome. But these guys are still in the forefront, Miss Abbott. These are the guys who are still doing it before a lot of us. So I'm just going to run through some classes here. In Miss Pillow's class, we have Liam, Lily, Drew, Jada, and Chloe. These guys, I think, leveled up a week before, but we're just recognizing them now. The rest of these guys have leveled up to gold just in the last week, Miss Abbott. From Miss Martin's class, we have August, Olivia, Lillian, Milan, and Ava. In Miss Dumler's class, we have Sama and Kenneth. In Miss Mumford's class, we have Mason. In Miss Easterly's class, we have Miles, Hunter, and Kamira. In Miss Jones' class, we have Sophia and Gilbert. In Miss Naranjo's class, Haja and Emma. In Miss Wonderly's class, Brandon, Kaylee, Eli, Francisco, Gina Fort, Ridley, Jonathan, and Paradise. And in Miss Whitelaw's class, we have Axton. And in Miss Smith's class, we have Kyla and Brian. Guys, awesome job. That's a huge group of you guys that have leveled up since last week. Remember, this just means that you guys are doing what you have to do to get better for yourself. Set your own goals. Doesn't matter about what anybody else is doing. It's about you getting a little bit better. And then Miss Abbott, check this out. We have our first Pattie legend. Yep. We have the legend right here in Duluth, but we now have our first student that has reached our Black Legend level.
Who is
Miss Abbott? Miss Abbott, you have a 1 in 700 chance here to guess the student.
And I get to be the first person to know.
Yes. So our first legend in Miss Smith's class, Raphael. Yes. My man, that is huge. You must be doing some big work, setting the bar high for everybody else. and really working hard. Guys, we know this is not easy. This year is not easy. So for the fact that all of you guys are just working hard to continue to get better, we're so proud of you, no matter what level you're on. Awesome job.
Awesome.
All right. And Miss Abbott is joining us this morning because she's had her version of March Madness going on in art. Now, we know it's a little past March, but that's all right. They started back then, but they just had so much to get through, and there's projects that kids are working on. So I want to get caught up. Now, Miss Abbott, I understand that you guys are looking at artists who are both, from the past, historical artwork, and then also contemporary artwork.
Yes.
So that sounds so cool. So catch us up a little bit on what's going on.
So we have looked at 16 artists, 8 contemporary artists, which means they're still alive, and 8 historical artists, which means they're not alive. But all of their artwork is famous. It's studied in art history classes and art museums around the world. And we have had this awesome voting opportunity. So we have the 8 have been narrowed down to 2 because we're in the final 4 now, and it's getting really serious. Nice. So Yayoi Kusama is a Japanese contemporary artist. She's almost 100 years old now, still making art. Wow. And she is just destroying everybody. She won by 300 points the first round, over 300 points again against Kehinde Wiley, who was really popular. And now she's up against Paper Boyo, who's been very popular this whole time as well. And I don't want to give anything away, but I haven't added anything up yet. But just based off of the votes every class period, she's getting a lot of votes, and Paper Boyo's just getting like 3 to 5 votes. So I think she's moving on to the big game. And then we have Alexander Calder, who's been going nice and steady. Georgia O'Keeffe has been going really strong, though. And so I don't know, Alexander Calder versus Georgia O'Keeffe, it looks much closer than it does against Kusama. But I have a feeling it might be 2 women down to the end. I think it's going to be Yayoi Kusama versus Georgia O'Keeffe. But we will find out Thursday afternoon.
That's awesome, Miss Abbott.
I'll add up everything Thursday.
What makes Miss Kusama and Miss O'Keeffe special in their artwork?
So I think that Miss Kusama is really popular because her artwork's so interactive. This one is the one that we're voting on right now. And you walk into the room and you're surrounded by, they close the door behind you, and it looks like, they call it infinity rooms because the mirrors and the lights just look like they go on forever because of the mirrors. So you feel completely immersed and surrounded in this galaxy of lights or whatever it is that she has glowing in the room. And then she makes everything really large. These natural objects just blown up huge. This one is all stickers that you get to put when you go to visit the museum. You could put the stickers wherever you want. So visiting that museum, you really get to feel like you're a part of the artwork. And then Georgia O'Keeffe, she's all the way down here.
I love being interactive is so important. And boys and girls, that goes along with your writing too, and books that you read. A lot of books and different authors allow the readers to get engaged and interact with stories. And that's very cool.
Mm-hmm. And then I think Georgia O'Keeffe appeals to the students because it's not just a painting of a flower. This flower is huge, so you feel really immersed in it. Now I explained to them that this painting of these flowers is bigger than my smartboard. So when you're standing next to it, it's like you're like a little bumblebee trapped in this giant flower. So again, I think they feel like they're interacting and more a part of the artwork.
Yeah. And that's so cool when, artists or anybody come up with things that really make them unique, and it gives them their own style. So, but art always comes down to preference too, and what you get out of it. Right. And some people have different preferences. So that's why I love this competition. Very, very cool. Well, we want to hear who makes it to the big dance and who wins that. So you'll have to update us, Miss Abbott. Awesome. I love it. Thanks for sharing that with all of our kids.
Thanks for having me.
Boys and girls. Oh, absolutely. Boys and girls out there, I hope you have a fantastic day. Do what you got to do to get a little bit better every day. And thank your teachers too for working super hard, just like Miss Abbott here, put all that work into this competition for you guys, and all that preparation. It's awesome. I can't thank you enough. Have a great day out there, teachers and students. Don't forget, together we are Pattie Strong. Let's go.
Bye.